The former coach of Sinner reveals how Yannick handles criticism over his doping positive. Darren Cahill, former coach of the world number 1 until last season, has revealed how Sinner ignores the barrage of criticism stemming from his positive test for Clostebol almost a year ago. Yannick Sinner, the world's number 1 tennis player, has been the target of criticism in the tennis world over the past year after testing positive for Clostebol, a banned substance, in March 2024. Sinner attributed the positive test to accidental contamination caused by his physiotherapist, who used a spray containing Clostebol to treat a wound on his own finger and later attended to the player without gloves. Initially, the International Tennis Integrity Agency, ITIA, determined that Sinner bore no fault or negligence, allowing him to continue competing. However, the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, appealed this decision, arguing that athletes are responsible for the actions of their team. After negotiations, a 3-month suspension was agreed upon, effective from February 9 to May 4, 2025, allowing Sinner to return in time for the Rome Masters 1000 and Roland Garros. This sanction has sparked controversy. Players such as Novak Djokovic have stated that most players feel there is favoritism, suggesting that top-ranked tennis players can access legal advice more quickly. On the other hand, Sinner's coach, Darren Cahill, has praised the player's maturity in handling the situation and his positive mindset, advising him not to worry about criticism from people whose opinions he does not value. Additionally, the Laureus Academy revoked Sinner's nomination for the Sportsman of the Year award due to the suspension, stating that despite mitigating circumstances, the nomination was no longer valid. This incident has led some fans and analysts to question the integrity of tennis and the fairness of anti-doping sanctions. However, Darren Cahill, Sinner's coach until last season, has revealed how the world number 1 deals with this constant criticism. The other day he told me, "Don't worry about the criticism of someone from whom you wouldn't accept advice." And I thought, my God, are you really just 23 years old? I know that quote already exists, but coming from him, it's like saying, okay, let's move forward. Yes, he's a mature young man. He's a great person. I know Italy is very proud of him, and they should be, Cahill revealed in an interview for the podcast Tennis Insider Club. Without Yannick Sinner, Italian tennis finds a new gem for Miami. The Miami Open organizers have invited one of Italy's rising tennis stars, 17-year-old Federico Cina, to the tournament. Cina is expected to be an important figure on the ATP Tour and is regarded as the standout player of the 2007 generation, although he still has much to improve. Italian tennis has grown significantly in recent years. While Spanish tennis has struggled beyond a few glimpses of promise, relying almost entirely on Carlos Alcaraz to sustain it following Rafael Nadal's retirement, Italian tennis has experienced the opposite. The current situation is excellent, with many young players ranked in the top 100. Leading this charge is the sport's newest top figure, Yannick Sinner, who, at just 23 years old, has already won 3 Grand Slam titles and sits comfortably as the ATP's world number 1. However, at the moment, the San Candido native is serving a suspension after testing positive for Clostebol last year at the Indian Wells Masters 1000. It took almost a year, but he was ultimately forced to sit out for 3 months due to this negligence. This has left Italy temporarily without its biggest star, but there are still plenty of names to watch during these crucial weeks, which feature Masters 1000 tournaments in Indian Wells, Miami, Monte Carlo, and Madrid. Players like Arnaldi, Berrettini, Sonego, Darderi, and Kobeli are important competitors, but Italy has also uncovered a future gem who will get the chance to play as a wild card in Miami Gardens. Federico Cina is a young tennis talent who, at just 17 years old, is already catching the attention of fans and experts alike. Born in 2007, he is set to turn 18 on March 30th, the same day the final will take place at the iconic Hard Rock Stadium. Despite his youth, his progression has been remarkable, showcasing technical and mental qualities that position him as a name to watch on the circuit in the coming years. His aggressive playing style, combined with his impressive adaptability on the court, makes him a tough opponent and a promising competitor for the future. There is still a long way to go, and his development, both physically and strategically, will be key to his professional success. However, there is no doubt that Federico Cina is one of the leading figures of this new generation, one that promises to make waves in the coming years. In a tennis landscape where young stars like Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner have already started to dominate, players like Cina are emerging with the potential to become worthy rivals and protagonists of future tennis battles. The emergence of new talents is a constant in sports, and Cina's name is already making waves among experts. Some see him as one of the next big breakthroughs in tennis, following in the footsteps of João Fonseca, another young player who has surprised the world with his talent. While it is too early to make definitive predictions, his evolution suggests that he could soon be competing on the biggest stages, solidifying himself as one of the sport's future stars. High-level wildcards. The Miami Open, like the Mutua Madrid Open, is owned by the sports representation giant IMG, so it's only natural that they use wildcards to give opportunities to their young talents. Last year, they did so with João Fonseca in Madrid, and this time in Florida, alongside China. Invitations have been granted to one of the brightest American prospects, Lerner Tien, as well as Elliot Spizri, Chris Eubanks, and Wu Yibing. In the women's category, wild cards have been given to the 2023 champion, Petra Kvitova, former US Open winner Sloane Stephens, and players Ayla Tomiljanovic, Alexandra Ala, Tyra Grant, Victoria Mboko, and Sayaka Ishii. Carlos Alcaraz emerges as a candidate for Laureus Sportsman of the Year following Jannik Sinner's withdrawal. In an unexpected turn of events, tennis sensation Carlos Alcaraz has been nominated for the prestigious Laureus Sportsman of the Year award, marking his first appearance as a contender for this esteemed honor. This development follows Jannik Sinner's sudden withdrawal from this year's award proceedings. The year 2024 saw the Grand Slam stage dominated by two men who split all the major titles between them. Jannik Sinner, Italy's rising star, started the year on a high note by securing the first major title. However, it was Alcaraz who stole the spotlight, capturing the next two Grand Slam titles and firmly establishing his presence on the international tennis scene. The Laureus Sportsman of the Year nomination highlights Alcaraz's meteoric rise in the tennis world. It is a testament to his exceptional skill, unwavering commitment, and the outstanding performances he has delivered over the past year. Despite the unfortunate circumstances surrounding Sinner's withdrawal, Alcaraz's nomination serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration for aspiring young athletes worldwide. It reinforces the idea that with hard work, dedication, and a touch of talent, one can achieve great heights in their chosen sport. In the grand scheme of things, this nomination not only underscores Alcaraz's individual achievement but also reinforces the dynamism and unpredictability of the sport itself. Tennis, as a global spectacle, continues to deliver compelling narratives, keeping fans and enthusiasts on the edge of their seats. Carlos Alcaraz's nomination for the prestigious Laureus Sportsman of the Year award not only recognizes his incredible performances on the court but also serves as a tribute to his dedication, perseverance, and natural talent. This honor places him among the best athletes in the world and solidifies his status within the elite ranks of international tennis. Throughout his young career, Alcaraz has demonstrated an extraordinary ability to tackle challenges with determination, a winning mentality, and a maturity beyond his years. His rise in the sport has been nothing short of spectacular, positioning him as one of the brightest prospects in modern tennis, and potentially one of the sport's all-time greats. The Laureus Award is renowned for celebrating athletes who have left a lasting mark on their disciplines and inspired millions through their dedication and competitive spirit. Alcaraz's nomination places him among a select group of sports figures who have influenced an entire generation with their commitment and passion for the game. Beyond the trophies and titles he has already won, this recognition highlights his impact on tennis and his role as a model for future players. As sports fans worldwide eagerly await the outcome of this prestigious award, one thing is certain: the tennis zone has a new rising star. Carlos Alcaraz has proven that with hard work and passion, one can overcome any obstacle and reach greatness. His nomination is not just a personal achievement but a celebration of sports as a realm where perseverance and talent can elevate an athlete to the pinnacle of success.